Hey, welcome back to the channel. Go ahead, like this video, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you rocking with Young Dolph and who you a fan of and where y'all from. Let's get right into it, man. So they kicked CMG out of the whole Lenox Mall, man, because they got the tip off that they was already on the way to come shop there and whatever. And the last time that Moneybagg Yo got ran up on in Lenox Mall, he tried one of the workers from the store because they were Finesse 2 Times fan, and they actually caught Ari and Moneybagg Yo walking in when he was coming back from his break. So this time they sent ESTG and his goons to go up in there and check the dude's temperature, but they instantly noticed exactly who they were. Even though ESTG had a whole entire Pooh Shiesty mask on, they seen he had the CMG chain, so they already knew that he was not allowed to come in, man. Dude, them big Samoan security guards do not play around. As soon as they got in front of ESTG, he backed down immediately. All the tough talk stopped right away because he knows that at this point he outnumbered, outstrength, and everything like that. And just like I said, the Samoan security guards aren't playing because they the ones who already work the CMG concerts and everything. And so they already seen, they're the ones who, when the shows and the concerts get shut down, they the ones who keep everything under control from it being wild and everybody running up on the stage and everything like that. When there's a lot of dudes in the front row actually trying to get at CMG because they really rocking with Young Dolph, or they with the family of a lot of people who was affected by a lot of different things or had prior beef. So it was a lot of people that's trying to get to them. And so when they showed back up at the Lenox Mall and everything like that, and they got recognized, they got caught red-handed because the dude from the store that works there that ran up on Moneybagg Yo and everything and almost basically got him knocked out and all that. They put the restraining order on them. So CMG is not supposed to come on Lenox Mall at all. And so instantly, once the facial recognition, the red light came on, alerted everybody, the security dudes started getting the messages in the earpiece, and they ran up to the front door to stop ESTG because they said, I know Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo is in the car right now. They got the brand new Bentley and they just sending you in to do the dirty work. But you can't come in because the worker inside already got the restraining order on CMG to where they can't come in and everything like that. And so because they don't want the situation to go down like how Grove Hero actually ran up on Lil Migo and slapped him like a rag doll and everything, mopped him up on the floor. He could have took his chain and everything. And so the thing is that is people spending way too much money at the Lenox Mall. They spending $20,000 every time they shop. They spending $17,000 every time they shop. So they're not trying to have CMG walk in and have ESTG get into it with one of the workers or something like that, who's already a Finesse 2 Times fan, and he don't like CMG at all. And so it's already people who's like, you know what? They're going to show exactly how they feel. They said the next time I see CMG, I'm going to tell them right to their face. And so then the next time that happens was at the Lenox Mall. So everybody knows this. And so that's why they're trying to get control everything. They don't want the people to get scared seeing a bunch of dudes duking it out right there in the hallway. So all the people started running into the stores. They started hiding behind all the purses and the bags and the watches and everything like that. And then it's like they getting scared. So the Lenox Mall owners, they're like, they told CMG, look, Yo Gotti, we don't want to have our customers see y'all going crazy out there. And then they decide never to shop at Lenox Mall again. And that they start spending their money in other towns and they don't even come to Atlanta like that. And so really at the end of the day, you're not supposed to mess with people with the way that the business works like that. Like it's a mall and it's public for people to come to and everything like that. But there's a certain limit of like, you can't behave in certain ways or else you're going to get the boot. And that's the real reason why they even paid the Samoan security guards to actually secure the mall, because they know that it's going to be people who want to come there and do whatever they want, and they make their own rules. They don't want to listen to none of the policies that the mall owners are trying to put for everybody to follow the rules, right? And so they're like, yeah, there's still going to be some people who still come in and try to make a scene and try to basically cause a disruption. And we ain't having none of that. And so they hired who they got to hire. They already know who CMG is because they work in the concerts. Every time a CMG concert gets shut down, people who already know the security is the one who's stopping everybody from rushing the stage. And it's bad enough already that Moneybagg Yo is getting stronged arm and people are grabbing him by his collar and pushing him up against the wall and telling him to give everything that's in the icebox case. and they still took the whole entire case and walked out the back door. As soon as the people who knocked on the back door of the Lenox Mall, they knew the knock. And so whoever gave away the secret knock, that's how people keep getting into the place. That's how the dude got into Moneybagg Yo's backstage to even get into the jewelry and the whole dressing room area, because whoever gave away the secret knock, it was supposed to be and somebody overheard it and told somebody else. And then when they went and tried to hit the lick, they used the same knock because they knew at the last concert, that's the same thing. They're not going to change a lot. A lot of people have bad memory nowadays. Attention spans is low. So they're not going to change up the secret knock and the secret passcode every single time. They're not going to remember that much. They could barely remember what they ate for breakfast. So what people got to understand is that people end up finding out things. They found out that even the people who found out what was really going on at the Lenox Mall, and they stopped CMG from getting there in the first place because they already seen from the insider, the informant that's inside CMG, who took the videos of them riding in the Bentley truck and everything on the way to the Young Dolph, on the way to the Lenox Mall. And basically they already know people over there. So they're trying to actually give them a heads up like, hey, something might go down. So you got to get this under control, because they have to actually keep everybody safe until the Young Dolph trial starts, because they can't afford to have anything happen to anybody from CMG and anybody from PRE, because they need everybody to come in when they actually come and get everybody one by one and ask them questions, whether it's going to be the RICO or whether they're going to subpoena all of Memphis, every citizen, to come and speak at the Young Dolph and decipher whether who's in the wrong on the situation and what really happened, and if they got a vote on releasing the footage, because they should have the petition right now, where there should be protesters right now trying to advocate and get the justice for Young Dolph. Because one thing you got to understand is that nobody's really trying to get the peace in Memphis. And so that's why we trying to bring the peace back to Memphis and get everything on board to where they getting justice for Young Dolph. They got to get justice for Yo Gotti's cousin. They got to get justice for a lot of Cash Desto, because that's a lot of prominent people, even Big Newski, Big 30's cousin. Like, they got to get justice for that dude too. So with all of this that's going on, man, it's like they got to get Memphis back to the soul of things and get things figured out, because they can't just have everybody having this happen to them and people are picking sides and all this. Is a bad look. Memphis got to come together. A lot of people got to come together in general, because one thing about it is that they trying to separate a whole lot of stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they already got it to where they had Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo arguing with each other and everything. That's why you don't see it like that. They really trying to separate a whole lot going on. Like, they try to separate Finesse 2 times and get in between that whole situation. So if people really came together, and one thing is that they should have came together while Dolph was still here, because that's what he was trying to do. And so, but it's still not too late, because they could still turn around and change the way that the community is going on. And they got to give back to the community so that all these people who's growing up and looking up to them don't look up to the wrong things and end up going down the same footsteps and the same path that ends up putting them at rock bottom. So what y'all got to really realize is open your eyes and look at the facts of what's really going on, because the whole situation is a revolving door, and basically what goes up comes down. What happens in the dark is going to be put to light. Karma is a thing, you know, there's good karma and bad karma. So what y'all got to do is basically subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. Let me know where y'all from and who you rocking with.